When I read the description on IMDb for Bosko's store, I kind of thought, wow, that sounds boring. And it was pretty boring. There was a little bit more to it than this description, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But I wouldn't say it was a very well thought out cartoon. We have a nice sunny disposition, and we have some pretty good animation, but as a story, not that great. This was released in 1932. It is, of course, a Warner Brothers Bosko cartoon directed by Rudolph Ising and Hugh Harman. And we have a voice cast including Johnny Murray as Bosko and Rochelle Hudson as Honey. And the description from IMDb, for context, is Bosko spends the day working away in his store. And that's pretty much it. It starts off with him actually looking really happy. He's washing the window and he's dancing around his store and he's using a fan to slice up bologna, I think it was. And I will be honest, his happiness was kind of infectious. I really liked how happy and positive he was. And he's getting phone calls from potential customers and is going about basically sweeping the floors. And then he does a dance with Honey, and then things get a little bit crazy. We have some bananas, and actually something happens to Bosko that looks kind of painful, but it just seems kind of nonsensical. It's like they had this idea for this setting for Bosko to work in the store, but they never really fleshed out the narrative well enough to seem like a completed story. And there are just too many things in this that I didn't care for, that I don't think worked very well within the narrative. So I didn't really like it. It's not very interesting. The animation, however, is pretty good. I like the design of the shop, of the store. I think it looks very good, very well animated. The window I thought looked wonderful. Bosko with a smile on his face looks pretty decent as well. So the animation is good. We have some good music, definitely some nice uplifting music as well. And the characters are very likable. It's just the story. I feel like they wanted to use this store as a setting, and it absolutely works as a setting. As I said, I think it looks great. But I think we needed more customers. I think we needed more sales so that Bosko could interact with different things, and then maybe we could get a series of visual gags. We do have one with a dog. I won't explain it too much, but that's kind of what I thought it was going to be when I started watching it. We'd have a series of customers and things would go wrong, but it's not the direction they took. And honestly, I didn't care for it. I didn't hate it. It's not specifically bad, but it's not good. I can't point to anything specific that doesn't work other than just the absence of any real story. Bosko's store looks good, but it's not a good story.